Hi, welcome.
Thank you.
Hi, thank you.
Welcome to Portugal.
Yeah.
Thank you so
We're super
much. Thank
excited,
you.
yeah.
It's your first time in Portugal?
Yep.
Yeah, first
Yeah.
time. First time in Europe for me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I've been in Europe before, but yeah, first time in Portugal. I'm
Yeah.
excited.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
And it's the most wonderful time of the year. It's Christmas. Do you like Christmas?
Yes, yesterday we had, I don't know what the name of it is, but we had dessert that's typical here during Christmas time, and it was the best thing ever. It had like cinnamon, I don't know, does anyone
It
know
was,
the name of it?
Ah,
The best thing
ok,
ever.
sonhos de Natal.
Ah, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Really, really good.
They were amazing.
Dreams.
I want to come here for
dreams.
every Christmas.
dreams.
Yeah.
No, Christmas, I love Christmas. I think it's the best season of the year. I love it. I
Yeah,
love it. It's the best time of the year. You get to be with family. You get to eat a lot.
A lot. Yeah, you get to
Everything
eat a
you
lot.
did for fitness throughout the year is
It's
gone in
done.
Christmas.
Forget it.
Forget it. It's time to get fat, like
Yep.
Santa Claus.
Yeah.
But you don't need to worry. You're young, you're thin, you're beautiful.
We enjoy food so much.
Yeah.
Like, so much. We bond over food. Like,
Yeah.
food is the best thing in the world. I love food. I have issues.
Yeah, I agree. I like sweets more, but yeah,
Really?
chocolate. Yeah.
She
Oh,
loves
I love
Nice.
chocolate.
Oh,
Oh
me
my
too.
god, if you give me
Chocolate.
chocolate, I just like, oh my god.
Like
Same.
Nutella?
Nutella?
Yeah, oh, I love Nutella. Oh my god. I could eat
How do
Nutella.
you know that? You don't know
Nutella.
that.
Oh, I could tell. Nutella buddies right here.
Oh my god.
I can
love
see the
Nutella.
Nutella
It's
addiction.
really
We
good.
were in Paris 2 days ago. We were having Nutella crepes all the time. We were having.
Oh, I like more waffles, but yeah, crepes.
Oh, that's
That's really good.
What's your favorite food?
Sushi.
Pizza.
Oh, pizza.
Okay.
Yeah, pizza is my That's
Pizza gang, sushi gang.
yeah. I don't like
Pizza
sushi.
Sushi's the best ever. Sushi's the best.
I like sushi too. I like, but pizza. Oh my god. I love
It's so good.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Hot pizza with like cheese melting.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god, make me hungry. And what's the worst present you got?
The worst
The
present.
worst.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Oh, I love that. I actually. My mom's here.
Sorry.
No, I got like a little card that said, "We will get you a Sims game,"
Yeah.
and they never got me the Sims game.
But do you like The Sims?
Yeah.
What was the worst I had? Oh my god. Well, honestly, I've never had a bad Christmas present. Like, I just like the fact that, you know, somebody takes the time to
Yeah.
do whatever it is. I don't think I've had a bad one. I know there's bad presents, like
Yeah, like socks.
things you,
Like-
yeah,
Like a pair of socks. It was like,
yeah,
"Happy
things you should
birthday."
not give. But I love just giving out. You know, just whatever it is. It's awesome just to like, you know, exchange presents or whatever.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Yeah, it's really good.
Nowadays you have like cool socks. I have skull socks. So
Right.
I have frozen
Yeah.
socks on right
Yeah.
I
now.
don't know if it is like Nutella socks, but I want ones. Yeah.
Nutella socks.
Nutella sucks.
Yeah.
Eatable too. After you
Yeah, that was really good.
Maybe that's strange
I don't
socks
think-
that you can eat.
Socks
Yeah,
with
after being on your feet,
Nutella
I
with
don't know if it's
sweaty
good.
feet. No,
No.
that's not a
Okay,
combination.
that's a bad idea. Okay, forget it. If you could give your friends a present,
Oh, okay.
what would it be?
I try to give this is like really, really me in my truest form. I try to give my best friends, I have 3 best friends, and I give them presents all the time. Like, we always go for dinner, and I try to invite them. I get them, like, if I know my best friend Mora, she's my best friend in the whole world. If she really likes a pair of shoes, I try to get them for them, because literally they're my whole life. My best friends are, like, he's met them, like, everyone that I know has met my best friends, because they're everything to me. So I try to get them, like, stuff whenever I can. Maybe it's just like getting them a little chocolate bar or just a pair of shoes that they want, but I don't know, because I'm super grateful for them. Super, super grateful for them. I love them. So yeah, I love them.
And you play a 13-year-old girl.
Yeah.
And do you remember when you were 13?
I remember, and I can't believe you're 12, because you're like so much smarter and so much prettier than I was when I was your age. I was, yeah, those pictures are hidden. I remember when I was 13, well, honestly, it wasn't the best time for me, but I feel like I learned a lot from that. I had to go through a lot of stuff to get to where I am today, so I'm really thankful for it. School wasn't the easiest, not academic, like I love studying, not in that sense, but kids can be really mean. So I feel like I'm not putting myself as a victim. I'm just saying that you kind of have to go through certain things, to grow from them and to learn from them. And I don't know, I feel like that's why I write songs today too, because that's when I started writing songs when I was super sad because of school. So it was amazing to me now. In the moment it was horrible, but right now I'm like, thank God I went through that because I needed it. I kind of needed it to grow.
Yeah, it's really cool. And which were your dreams back then?
Back when I was 13,
Yeah.
oh my God, I used to be a soccer player. I played soccer all
Really?
my life. That's what I wanted to do. That's
You know
what
that we have
He's obsessed
with
soccer players.
that's
I'm
right.
Argentinian. I'm Argentinian. We can't have this
Yes.
discussion right now. I love Messi. I'm sorry.
Sorry, Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yeah.
Yeah, big time. I love Cristiano. That's my favorite player
Sorry,
in the
Mom.
world.
I'm gonna just ignore this part of the conversation. I
But,
love Messi.
Yeah,
I love you, Messi.
I was actually playing soccer since I was 4 years old or 3 years old. As long as I can remember, I used to play soccer, and that's what I wanted to do. And then music, out of nowhere, came into my. It didn't come into my life because my parents are musicians, but in personal aspect, it was until like I was 14, 15. But yeah, it was a quick change, and then everything started happening for the music side that there was no looking back. And now I think about it, and I miss soccer, I miss playing, I miss training and all of that. But I fell in love with the music, and there was no looking back.
And I wanted to be a singer. I've always wanted to be a singer. So and an actress. So for me, it was pretty. Oh well, I wanted to be a I was training for the Young Olympics for gymnastics, but I left because I had to study.
You were an acrobat, right?
Yeah, I did 11 years.
I was
You
too, yeah.
Really?
Yes.
I started.
Competition one.
Well, I started training for competition for like the Young Olympics at Senar. That's the Argentinian place for it. And it was crazy. Like they would do like some crazy stuff for me. Oh no, it was terrible.
We did it together last year, actually.
Yeah.
Because one of her dreams was to do acrobats with me.
Aw.
So
That's
yeah,
awesome.
we did it together.
So you still do?
Well, I don't do it anymore
Okay.
because I'm not going younger, and and she's very she waits a lot for me, so.
And
I
I
can
really
do
don't
it
like
with
that.
her
That's
right
awesome.
now. So,
Wow,
yeah.
that's awesome though. I
don't
can
do
tell
it,
why you're wearing that shirt though.
Yeah.
Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman, yeah. Wonder Mom.
Wonder
Yeah.
Woman. That's awesome.
Acting, singing, or dancing?
Not dancing. Not dancing for me. But acting and singing are up there. I have to say singing because it's what I've been doing my whole life. But acting is it's there. It's up there. Yeah.
For me, singing as well, number one, and number two and number three would be the same, like dancing. And I love dancing, and I'm not a professional dancer. I've never taken classes, but I just enjoy it so much. Like whenever I hear music, and I just love to move and to feel the music. But then when I started acting, and I fell in love with acting, and so now it's like okay. So I'll put both of
You
them,
can
number
decide.
two, number three, yeah. But singing, yeah, number one.
Can you tell us a little bit about Kally's Mashup?
Yes. Kally's Mashup is a show about a girl called Kally. She studies classical music, but she discovers that she has this talent to write songs, mash it, and like combining both pop and classical music. So that's why it's called Kally's Mashup, because she makes mashups of these different music genres.
Yeah.
So it's super special too, because it's a way to kind of introduce everyone to classical music that's kind of been forgotten. I, for instance, love it because of piano. Like you have to learn classical piano to then play anything else. But like for instance, we were talking with him that he didn't really listen to much classical music
Yeah, no,
before.
I didn't listen to. I listened to music, but again, I was a sports kid, so classical music, I had no idea. We all know Beethoven.
Yeah,
We all know Beethoven, Mozart, like the most famous one. But she knows everyone. She knows the symphonies and this. And
I love it. But so the story's about how Kally moves to the city and meets Dante, her neighbor, and Tina, his sister, and she falls in love with him. Don't tell him. But Kally falls in love with Dante. Dante doesn't fall in love with Kally in the beginning, which is terrible.
Really?
Poor Kally.
So sad.
Yeah, bad.
Friend zone.
Yeah. She
Friend zone.
friend zoned
Yes.
her really bad.
Really bad.
Really badly. But it's a beautiful story about how Kally kind of finds herself while studying classical music, and she doesn't want to tell anyone that she does pop music, so she creates this like secret profile called Mika635, where she posts all of her mashups. She becomes super famous. Mika becomes famous, and she's like, oh, that's me, and I'm like super famous. What is happening?
Nobody knows it's Kally.
Nobody knows it's Kally. And Dante falls in love with Mika without knowing that Mika's Kally. So you gotta watch the show to see what happens, but it's amazing.
It's a really nice story. I feel like what Kally goes through, a lot of people and a lot of kids go through the same thing in real life. Not only with music, but
in general.
yeah, like I said, like it happened to me when I had to soccer, and I was playing at the time, and it was this opportunity came out. So it's always, I feel like that happens to everyone. We always have to choose between things, and it's awesome for the show to let kids know that it's okay if you like something else. And it's okay if you want to do whatever your heart tells you that you should do it. I feel like it's an awesome message.
Yeah. What's the most challenging thing about this show?
The most challenging thing, well, for us, I feel like the most challenging thing was building up our characters and learning how to act, basically, because
it's your first
it's the first it's the first experience for both of us. So it was literally learning everything on set. Like the first day on set, guys, it was
it was terrible. We were like, we actually had to
horrible.
redo the scene.
Yeah, we actually did the first scene of the show like
twice,
4 months after.
Yeah.
It was weird, but yes, because I guess it was so bad. They were like, no, guys,
we were learning too.
But we were learning.
It
was, and we were getting to know each other as well. So
yeah, even like Kally and Dante were kind of meeting, and Alex and Maya were also meeting. So it was kind of like, what's up? Come on, nice to meet you. But yeah, I feel like for me the hardest part was keeping the character real, keeping it genuine, actually trying to go through what Kally is going through at this certain moment, at certain scenes, because honestly, I always say this, but it's really true. If you are not actually feeling what the character has to feel in that moment, the audience won't feel it. They won't believe it. They won't get it. They won't get emotional if it's an emotional scene. So it's really important to actually be genuine and be as real as possible and be the character in the moment. Like if Kally is stressed because of school, then I am stressed. I am Kally, not Maya playing Kally that is stressed. No, you gotta go through the emotion, you gotta feel it, you gotta be in the moment. So that's why a lot of actors before a scene, they're like, no, I gotta concentrate because they gotta get into the character's skin, you know? So yeah, that's for me the hardest part.
Okay. You're both Americans, right? But you moved to Argentina when you were little, and you moved to Mexico. Was it difficult to learn Spanish, or is it like a normal thing?
For me, it was hard, actually. Because the thing is, I understood Spanish, but my parents in Argentina, they sent me to an all-English school, So I didn't have Spanish there, and all the kids at break, they would speak Spanish, and I'd be like, hey! They would look at me weird because I would speak in English. Yeah. So I never like fully got to speak Spanish until a couple of years later when I actually started having like Spanish lessons. It was, I think, 2 years after I moved here. I already spoke Spanish, but really badly. I was like, hola, ¿cómo estás? And eventually I learned.
That's not bad.
No, but now like getting rid of the accent was hard. Like I had a strong accent until I was like 10 years old. The R was hard. I said the R, saying River Plate. That's my team in Argentina. I remember. It was hard for me actually. I understood it perfectly because my parents talked to me in Spanish, but I could not speak it at all, like Portuguese. I'm sorry.
For me, I honestly can't remember that it was hard, but I do know that the first language I spoke was English because of school. But then when I moved, I felt like since I was little, my parents always, my mom said, okay, if you're going to speak in English in school, then I'm speaking in Spanish at the house. And then when we moved to Mexico, it flipped, now I'm speaking English at the house and then you speak Spanish with your friends and so I felt like it was both at the same time. And then when I grew up, I was like, maybe I was 10, 11, I did like 2-3 years in Los Angeles, studied, I moved back, and then that's where I really learned how to speak English again, like without the accent. Because when I was little, all my friends were Mexican, and I honestly grew up in Mexico. So, but yeah, my mom did an awesome job. My dad, he's Venezuelan. My dad's Venezuelan. My mom's Mexican. But my mom grew up in the United States when she was little. So yeah, my mom did a great job.
You had both cultures.
Yeah, I had both cultures all the time. Yeah. And my dad.
It was easier for you.
Yeah, it was easier. Yeah, it was easier. My mom made it very easy for my sisters and myself.
You worked. You are working with a huge producer.
Adam Andrews.
Yeah, I know, from Glee. So what an honor for you.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a huge honor. Adam is amazing. We both admire him very much. Him and his wife Nikki write amazing songs. Like the songs of the show are pretty much what makes the show what it is.
Oh yeah.
It's very special. The music is so special. He always says that, and I love that he says that the whole album tells the story of the show. You can definitely tell what happens throughout the show by just listening to the album. And that's amazing. That's super hard to do. And you can hear them without actually watching the show because they're not specifically like about it, but you can get the story. Like
they are hits.
they're hits. You can hear them on the radio, and they wouldn't. Yeah.
He's a hit maker. He's amazing. He sees and hears things that not a lot of people do hear and listen, and just and also like when you work with people like Adam, it's like he's a perfectionist. So you gotta be ready to listen and to be like, okay, let's push it further.
And
He always wants to,
5 billion times until it's perfect.
We work with him and with his brother Alex Anders. That he does most of the things with him with the music.
He recorded everyone on
He
Lead.
recorded everyone.
Like.
So both of them are like crazy into it. So you gotta be ready to. It's a challenge. It's a challenge, but it's fun and you learn. It's a learning experience.
And if you could be anyone else for one day, who would you be?
Anyone in the world?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's easy.
Really?
Yeah.
It's easy for you.
I know. No, you're gonna hate me for this answer. Go ahead.
So.
I was gonna say Antonella, Messi's wife.
I'd be Cristiano
Of course.
I'd be Cristiano for 2 hours. I'm good. I'm driving the Bugatti. I'm going to the stadium. Yeah.
I was gonna say Antonella, Messi's wife, cause like I love
Messi's
Messi.
wife?
Yeah,
Oh.
Antonella, cause I love
She's
love
like
Messi.
beautiful.
She's
so
gorgeous.
beautiful, I
Like
know.
I want to see how Messi lives. How does that happen? Like I'm sorry, Cristiano's amazing, but I'm Argentinian. I can't say Cristiano.
And you would get Georgina. Oh,
I would get
she's
Georgina,
really amazing
beautiful.
too.
Oh, I could also be Maluma's girl.
Oh.
I wouldn't mind that. I would not mind that at all.
Yeah, I'd be Cristiano for sure.
Thank you very much for the interview.
Yeah.
Thank you guys. You guys are
so
amazing.
much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
Do you want to leave a message for Portuguese fans?
Of course. Portuguese fans, we love you very, very much. It's
Yes.
Maya and
I'm Alex Hoyer, guys. Thank you so much for all
Yes.
the support. We love you guys. We hope we can meet you guys very, very soon. And we love you guys.
love you very
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you for
guys
everything,
this.
and
It
thank
was
you.
Awesome.
Thank
it
you.
was amazing. Well, we hope to see you soon.
Yeah, we hope to.
We too.